Investor channel. I am CA Pratiksha Pai. I came up with this live video to discuss about the budget expectations because I thought it'll take a huge lot of time to shoot and then edit and then upload, and the budget is on Tuesday, so I thought let's go live and get to you what I need to deliver to you on this aspect, which is the expectations from this budget. What I've done is I've done research of various analysts' views, experts' views, various discussions and debates, and collated some points which will be, delivered in a very simple manner, not too technical, not big words and all. So let us discuss in a very simple manner what we can expect out of this upcoming budget, which is due on 23rd of July. Okay. So all the shout outs that I do in my video will be done in the next video that will be uploaded, because I've already shot that video and done all the shout outs over there. So all of you who are due for a shout out will get that in the video that will be uploaded maybe in two days from now. So this video, let's completely talk about the budget and let's dive in. So as you all know, this is going to be the first ever budget in the last 10 years, which is going to be a coalition government budget, so by the NDA. And because in the last 10 years it was the BJP was in majority, and now it is a coalition government. So of course there will be some demands of the allies as well, which need to be kept in mind while the coalition government will be presenting the budget. The interests of the allies have to be kept in mind, and the demand of the allies as per reports is around 0.2% of GDP. However, the experts have also discussed this and said that the RBI dividend which the government got this time was first of all double the expectation, and secondly it's around 0.4% of the GDP, whereas the demand of the allies is 0.2%. so that again gives some sort of a breathing space to the government to and it provides an impetus to the government to also look into the demands of the allies. Keeping this in mind, let's go ahead and see what is the focus sector of the budget this time. So, this budget will be focusing majorly, as per the analysts, on two things, which is capex and consumption growth, and of course supporting entrepreneurship and creation of job opportunities as well. However, since this is the first year of the entire term of 5 years, this budget will also, the government will sort of want to set a tune for the next 5 years through this budget itself. Okay, so in capex, the government will look at rail infra will be there, consumption promotion growth will be there, a thrust will be there on that. Of course, agri sector and promoting job growths, and also looking at the budget deficit. All this will be covered in our video as well. And they want to keep the fiscal deficit also under control, while again wanting to promote the consumption growth. So the strong points of this government are that the tax revenues are strong, and the borrowings are fairly under control of this government, and the issues with the banking sector or the corporate sector, at least on the balance sheet side of these, have been sorted out, and also the RBI dividend, which is double of what what the government had expected. Okay, and the challenges before this government are definitely, one is job creation is a big challenge, and our consumption growth is slowing down. Because why? Because people are more looking towards savings and investing and all these things, because this behavioral change has happened in the people post COVID, wherein people want to save more, and for all the right reasons, because they are every time we are kind of expecting a next crisis to be there at the doorstep, and people are going more on savings and investments. So the behavioral pattern can't be just changed with the budget per se, but the government can provide an impetus in such a way that the consumption increases. Of course, the investments have come in, but as long as the private sector is not taking off in a speed and manner in which it is expected to, there will be a small slowdown despite the capex by the government. Also, this entire budget is also going to be designed keeping in mind the fiscal glide path, where the government has announced that it is trying to bring down the fiscal deficit. It had brought it down from 6.4% to 5.6%, and now the target is to get it further down at 5.1%. So, these will be the major pillars on which this budget will be designed. Okay. So, first and foremost, for middle class people like you and me, small entrepreneurs, salaried class, let's first look into what are the expectations from this category of people, and majorly it will be on the tax rates. Okay, so when we come to the tax part, definitely the taxes should be more simplified, okay, because to avoid a lot of time and effort on all this tax and financial engineering per se. So the expectations of salaried class are that tax relief will be there for individuals, or streamlining the tax slabs and the tax rates, and slabs may change from the current 3 lakh, which is the first slab, to 5 lakhs. And when this happens, what will happen is it'll increase the disposable income, which can lead to more consumption. So this is linked to promoting the consumption growth. And also some revisions might be expected to the new tax regime per se, like additional deductions, or increasing the standard deduction threshold from the 50,000 to somewhere like 1 lakh, and extending ATC benefits to the new tax regime, which it currently does not enjoy. So, and also there are expectations of the ATC being increased to 2 lakhs. Because the current 1.5 lakh is a age-old number, and somewhere at least increasing it to 2 lakhs is quite justified given the increasing incomes and also the saving habits. So the ATC is expected, the people expect that it's high time that the ATC should be increased to 2 lakhs. Okay, we have Ravindranath sir over here. Hi ma'am, good info. Thank you sir. Thank you so much. Next we will be talking about the capital gains tax. As you know, in the capital gains area, in our Indian taxation, the asset classes are categorized into different classifications, and the tax provisions for each of this asset class varies. I have spoken about this in my earlier video, where we have spoken about equity listed shares and equity oriented mutual funds. Like that, it is how an asset is classified, how a transaction is classified as either short term or long term, and how is the taxation for it. Okay, so you can watch that video as well. But to tell it in a very quick manner, see, the holding period to classify as a long term or short term is different for different asset classes, as well as the taxing provisions, the rates, and the availability of indexation benefits or not. There are so many changes across asset classes, right from 12-month period to more than 36 months, that is 3 years. So, one of the expectations in the capital gains tax arena is to have a better clarity and to possibly have a uniformity, either in the holding period or in the rates or something like that. But there is also, a larger sentiment that is saying that please don't touch the capital gains portion, and no change would still be a positive change, because a larger sentiment believes that there could be a sort of increase in the tax burdens if this takes place. So while on one side there are expectations of some sort of a betterment or clarity or change in the capital gains area, the larger portion feels that even a no change could be welcome. Then next we come to the defense sector. Definitely any country's any budget is never complete without an allocation to defense, and definitely we can see a bigger allocation towards defense, because we also have seen that our defense minister Rajnath Singh had made a statement saying that our defense exports are at 21,000 crores, and we want to make it 50,000 crores in the next 4 or 5 years. So it is very obvious that allocations will be made towards the defense sector as well. And next we come to the electronics sector. Okay, so in electronics sector, this again is a very pet sector of our government. Electronics sector, which means it includes IT hardware and components and design of smartphones, and the most focused target, which is semiconductors. If you all know, our PM had said that we in the sense India has to become the semiconductor capital of the world. Okay, and we need to become the semiconductor hub of the world. So definitely semiconductors and electronics as a sector as a whole will definitely be in focus. Now why? Because first of all, this sector contributes around 3.4% to our GDP as a whole. Plus, this sector is growing at a rate of more than 30% CAGR every year. Okay, so and the government has kept aside almost $17 billion to be extended to this sector over the next 5 to 6 years under the PLI scheme. What is the PLI scheme? Next we will be discussing that when we discuss the manufacturing sector. But for now you should understand that 17 billion have been parked to be extended to this sector, but it won't be just given like that. It will be given via the PLI scheme. And when the experts discuss that PLI up to 40,000 crores could be allocated in this regard in this year, 40,000 crore rupees. Okay, whereas they have parked $17 billion. So 40,000 crores is what is being expected by the analysts, which can be parked towards this. Now this is the electronic sector. Now next we come to the manufacturing sector. Again, one of the targeted areas of the government to have more manufacturing in India. We all have heard of Make in India. So manufacturing sector and even the MSME sector, which we'll discuss later on, but manufacturing sector is going to be a core focus area in this budget. Because when the government does a PLI in this sector, it will not only attract investments, but it will also create jobs. Okay, so there is a push expected definitely in the manufacturing sector, and PLI schemes are expected to be extended to more manufacturing sectors than the current 14 sectors. What sectors PLI, to what sectors is the PLI scheme applicable right now? It is sectors like cars and electronic products, medicines and phones. All this come under PLI, but it is expected to be extended to more sectors which are labor intensive sectors, which require more labor in those sectors. Okay, so what is PLI? PLI basically means product, this performance, I'm sorry, I think I lost it. Did I? Okay, no, I think it's, yeah, it's going fine. No. Sure. Yes, it's going fine, I believe. Are you able to listen? Because the time seems to have. Yeah. I think we're fine. I thought the timing had stopped for a while. So yes, under the PLI scheme, a financial incentives are provided to companies for setting up plants in India. Okay, so you set up plants in India, you do manufacturing in India, and we will give you certain financial incentives. So PLI scheme has boosted investments first of all, and also created more than 6 lakh jobs in India. Okay, so the government has sought inputs from the various ministries as such, and reports suggest that PLI will be extended to labor intensive sectors like footwear, handicraft, and leather industries, etc. Definitely, this will boost investment, and it will create more jobs, and more jobs will lead to a better consumption growth. So this tackles 2 or 3 issues that are in front of this government. And then next we come to ELI, that is employment linked incentive schemes. Okay, so to boost job opportunities, as I said, one of the focus areas of this budget is going to also be promoting job creations. So there could be some sort of a ELI, that is employment linked incentive schemes, which will focus on labor intensive sectors like toys, textiles, apparel, furniture, logistics, and tourism, where you can expect tax relief for hiring new workers. There could be some sort of wage subsidies. There could be subsidized skill development programs for these workers, and there could also be reduced regulatory compliances and burdens. So ELI is also one of the on the expectation list. Then comes the MSME sector. Definitely some sort of allocation will be there for the MSME sector, which is one of the what can I say, a very strong platform or foundation on which our company's economy rests is the MSME sector. So some sort of a support, some sort of an allocation to increase entrepreneurships and to also boost the job creation in this area would definitely be there, is what the expectation is. Then we have another focus area of this government, which is the railways. Okay, and if you remember, railways had not got the expected allocation during the interim budget, and now the expectation is that a proper allocation will be done towards the railway infrastructure and the capital expenditure basically of the railways. So various experts say that there will be allocation towards upgradations and safety measures, like maybe reducing the congestions and doing high speed corridors and enhancing safety and creating more jobs in the railways as well, so that the dual issues are sorted. One is railways, one is job creation. Also the capex will be can be focused on expansion of metros, of Vande Bharats, of high speed corridors, and various such issues as well. So definitely railways is going to be one of the focus areas of this budget. Then one more sector that could be targeted in this budget will be the insurance industry. Why? Because there is a target of the government that insurance for all by 2047. Okay, so the government has to ensure proper and further penetration of insurance in the country, and so there could be an amendment also to the Insurance Act of 1938, and there could be a bill introduced to achieve this target of insurance for all by 2047 as such. And it could have things like composite licenses, which means an agency can offer health insurance as well as general insurance, or reduced solvency norms, or updated some sort of an updated regulations, captive licenses, differential capital, and one-time registration fees, one-time registration for the intermediaries. And when we spoke about the direct taxes, I mentioned that the salaried class is expecting an increase in the limits under 80C, under section 80C. So this could also benefit the insurance industry, because once the limits will be maybe increased, then that could lead to more people taking insurance to get the benefit of this increased limit under section 80C. Also, there are talks of GST being reduced on insurance products, so that more and more people will be attracted towards insurance products. So this dual expectation of increase in limit under section 80C and reduced GST can collectively again help the government target of insurance for all by 2047. So then we come to again another sector which is very integral to the Indian economy, which is the agri sector. So the government will be looking towards boosting the domestic production of pulses and oil seeds, so that we reduce our dependence on the imports for all this. And there could be a sort of a to promote the crop diversification, and the government can increase the government procurement from the current 40%. Even the current 40% actually is not completely being procured by the government, but that could still be increased for pulses and dals like urad, arhar, masoor, etc. Of the marketable surplus. And some scheme could be announced for compensating the farmers for the difference between the market prices and the MSP. So to see to it that the farmers also get a fair portion of for their efforts. Okay, and definitely the renewable energy is one more sector wherein we have seen even in this government's manifesto, when it had come, that there was a particular focus on clean energy, green energy, renewable energy, and with this this solar rooftop yojana that we are looking at. All of this can, Saujanya says, good topics and budget expectations. Thank you, Saujanya. Thank you, Saujanya Nayak. So yes, the renewable energy could be something that is that would be in focus on Tuesday. Again, some reports suggest that where CSR is concerned, there could be some sort of a regulation that could be brought in, saying that linking CSR activities by bigger companies towards supporting maybe small entrepreneurs, or towards certain sort of an employment linking, to create more job opportunities in some other fields or something. It's a very grayish area. We need to see if that happens in the actual budget. These are just small reports which I came across. So these were the 9 focus areas, or I guess 9 to 10 focus areas which I discussed with you. I've tried to discuss this in a very quick and simple manner, so that you don't get bored or confused, and I hope this helps. And I really didn't want to waste any time by doing this as a proper video, because there's absolutely no time to shoot and then edit and then upload it. So I hope this has been beneficial for you all, and let us wait for the budget day and then see whether all this actually, whatever we discussed, how much of that expectation, because see, this is not just my expectations, even I have researched on the expectations put forth by various sectors, various categories of people, various experts, various analysts, and discussions and debates on TV and other social media, and then tried to put this all in a small little bouquet and present it to my followers. So I hope it was simple enough to understand. And let us see on the budget day how much of this would actually translate into the actual budget. And of course I will meet you also on the budget day. Saujanya, a good knowledge shared, ma'am, in simplified manner. Thank you, Saujanya. Yes, I will also meet you all on the budget day, and let us do an analysis of the actual budget that happens, and let us analyze each aspects and see how that affects each category of people in the economy. So if you're here with me till now, then thank you so much, and please like this video and share it with other friends of yours who are interested in knowing what are the budget expectations. Thank you so much.